Take a good look, for it's about the last one you'll have of Kakuryu so dressed. He's just finished greeting the coaches in the arena, and from tomorrow he'll be dressed as they are, bringing back the kimono only for his retirement ceremony whenever that may be. On the dohyo, the show must as ever proceed, as fans hope for the merest glimpse of replacement Yokozuna material. Although that was not on offer here, fans did at least see a spectacular finish. Yoshoyama versus Keitenkai. Keitenkai is so dangerous on the belt, and the way he fashions those grips is extraordinary. So oblique you think he's charging at the chief judge. Smaller than his friends as a child, he was coached to become the ultimate moving target, and that's not changed at 31. I have other videos of him doing this, frequent dips of the sideways on shoulder to send in that searching left hand, luring his foe forward to take the belt. Here, in the same movement, he goes for the knee pit, as it's less muscled than calf or thigh, but can't quite reach. Then seizes his chance to take a frontal right, and resists frantic attempts to break that grip before pulling off what can well be described as a suplex. Inner arm twist down was the official sumo technique, bringing a winning score to the ex-Saitama Sakai man. Division 2 began with a chance for guest wrestler Tochimaru, who I covered in February, to finally seal a permanent salaried slot. Out to thwart him was a man desperate to retain his salary, Jokoryu. They may look good for the cameras, but these rapid-fire thrusts do no positional damage. They are all upper body and no leg work, and all Jokoryu need do is keep that leading knee firm. And here's the difference. Without encroachment, you will be overreaching for the pull and unable to generate power. Jokoryu, on the other hand, subtly changes stance here, bringing the left foot forward to allow for extended left-hand reach. He senses Maru's right is thrusting too low and asking for a downward shove, which he delivers, then slaps the nape to make sure. "I knew that would work," says the self-approving nod. For Tochimaru, an anxious wait to see if the 4 wins he already has are enough to send him up. Jokoryu's stablemate Ura claims the calf he pulled on Sunday has healed, but clearly not to the extent he can mount with it. Today he was keen to move on from yesterday's loss against Sadanoumi. And produced his most direct display for some time, clearly to avoid turning, in case that happens. "My injury is of no relevance," he tried to insist. "I'm in condition to appear, so here I am. And I want to make sure that my 2-day absence doesn't cost me a winning score." I'd hope, if he gets that winning score tomorrow, he'd consider withdrawing again. Also claiming a healed injury was Kotoshoho, sadly certain to drop to Division 2, but still anxious to pick up wins, which can limit the distance he falls. His first task with that tightly taped ankle was a daunting one. A match with the same Terunofuji who slammed him by pivot throw last time. I can reveal those close to Shoho were very relieved with that result, and it's clear which leg must do all the driving. I didn't just want to see the tournament out on the sidelines, but come back to get a feel for things, the youngster said, and it was good I appeared today. In the short term, perhaps yes. On the day of Kakuryu's retirement conference, his sparring partners seemingly overflowed with spirit in tribute. This is Takayama, his pre-pandemic sparring partner, against Ryuden. My flow was good today, but I couldn't help that ending because my elbow got pinned, Yutaka explained. Unless I up the pace of my Sparring, I can't mount a sustained push and thrust attack. Sadly, that fall confirms his losing score, meaning he must continue providing for his young son in Division 2. There was better news though for Kakuryu's stablemate Kiribayama, against Keitenkai's colleague Onosho. Kakuryu's erstwhile punchbag Shodai also won, while his junior in the Mongolian circle, Terunofuji, had a day to remember. That win was his 33rd since November, thus taking him to the Orzeki line. A step closer to my dream is how the man himself described it. Teru and Asanoyama, who will clash at the weekend, have 9 wins each, the same number held by Takayasu heading into this encounter with Hokutofuji. And he retained his 1-point lead with 2 truly vicious right parries. I tried an upward attack, but he knocked me off course superbly, said Hokuto. Takayasu described his tachi-ai as really good, adding, I could attack well with both hands. It's my first double-digit score at Sanyaku level in ages, which is great. But it's not over yet, and I'm bracing myself for the remainder. What will be, will be. Red sky at night, red-belted delight? The sports papers seem to think so, as they bombard Takayasu's parents with interview requests. Today's win guarantees that Takayasu reaches the final weekend with at least a share of the lead, a long-stated goal of his. Fast-improving Wakataka Kage comes next, and we'll be back on the banks of the Sumida River to see how he does.